This your boy T-Poe. This the New Solution Radio podcast show. And if it ain't AGELREEFE and the family, I'ma keep saying it till I get tired. Overstand, leg up. Yo, we back off in this thing again, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, man. Hey, I already know what it is. I already know what it is, man. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I get excited like this, so y'all have to bear with me. But from what I've been understanding at the Solution Radio, the crew members and everybody that associate with the station, we've been getting talked about a lot. And I want to thank everybody personally for tuning in, tapping in, listening to the people that's been on this show. We've had a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, come through and, you know what I'm saying. Hey, appreciate y'all. I want to give another, you know what I'm saying, round of applause. Okay. So now, we finna get to the meat of the story. I'm finna bring on the guys on, you know what I'm saying? You know, we've been kicking and chopping it up. My guy OG, he in the building, you know what I'm saying? OG in the building. We got Bloodstone in the building. We got Pastor David in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got Salino in the building. What's going on? Welcome to the show, everybody. Give a round of applause for the coming into the show. All right. All right. I want to say this. If you let me move everybody down here. Okay, so as we start the show, you know what I'm saying, we wanted to talk a little bit about politics. Now, if you got a lot of background noise, I want to ask you, you know, like the background noise, you know, take the background noise out because it's loud. We want to hear everything that you're saying when we talk about the subjects. But right now, we're talking about politics. We've been talking about all of the things that's been going on in politics, stuff we've been seeing, the you know, it's just a lot. So I wanted to get, you know, y'all intake on that, on a political standpoint in your area, you know what I'm saying, or what's going on. We'll start with Pastor David first, brother. Welcome to the stage.
And for my Hebrew brothers, that's Yahweh and Yahshua. Man, it's an honor to be on this stage with these black men in our community standing up, and that's what the black community needs to see. They need to see black men coming together and dealing with the issues in our own community. I mean, this is the platform that everybody should be seeing, and I'll be sharing that around, man. So it's an honor to be here with you, brothers, man. Let's get this cracking.
Definitely. So I'm seeing you up in Chicago, right?
Yes, sir. I'm in Chicago.
Okay. Now what give the people a little bit about what you do and how, what, you know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, man, I grew up in Inglewood. I'm 5618 Carpenter. My grandmother was the second lady ever elected to the City Council of Chicago, Eloise Barton.
Okay.
You know, I grew up over at Moran Park with Larry Hoover, Gator, you know, Ambrose, all the brothers from the streets, man. We was educated. We went to school, man. But, you know, to deal with the set, you had to bring home good grades and you had to do positive things in the community. And so it was the group, you know, that I got involved with Larry Hoover and all the brothers over there at the park, man. We used to play ball, and they kept us on the straight and narrow to go to school. You know, I went on off to college, man, played ball, bought a business at 17, and been very successful, man. But I never forgot my ties from where I came from. I was blessed to become a pastor about 4 years ago, man. I got a testimony out of this world. As a professional athlete, I moved to Davenport, Iowa. Michael, second to none, is my cousin. I trained him to win the world championship, middleweight championship from Simboon Callaway. And the night that I was going to make an announcement that I was going to enter the heavyweight championship and at least get a fight and fight Mike Tyson, I was accidentally shot at my restaurant in the heart, stopping the fight. My father tried to kill a man, and I went to be with the Lord. And he told me that all I had to do to live is to tell everybody who said I would die that I wasn't going to die tonight. And so that was pretty simple. And he told me I had to give up the street life, all the stuff that I was doing, drinking and all of that. And I said, that's not a problem. And so he put me back in my body, man. And I went to the emergency room. My heart was nicked. My lung had exploded. The 357 came out my left side, went through my arm, shrapnel everywhere. And they pretty much said that was it. And I kept saying, spitting up blood, crying blood everywhere. that God told me I wasn't gonna die. So the doctor told me, said, well, you know what? God gotta save you. You know, and all the stuff I had been through in the streets, man, I was successful, man. The money, cars, house, and all like that, been hanging out, been in a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have been in. So God gave me a second chance, man. He brought me back, man. I was shot Friday. I lay dead all day in hospice Saturday, and I woke up Sunday morning and walked out the hospital totally healed, heart restored, lung restored, and everything, man. So that opened the door for me to do the work that I do and love my community and love my brothers. And I'm telling my brothers, as Black men, we got to take over our own community and create our own economics and quit waiting. Because God blesses a child that has his own, man. It's just time for us to get together. So in Chicago, man, what we seeing with the illegals, man, and I want to tell brothers this. We're under attack. And this government has put us under attack because they felt that our community was vulnerable at this point. You know, we had Barack Obama. I just sent him a letter the other day. I sent it to you, Brother Pope, and I let him know, how dare you be a president for 8 years and never do nothing or say nothing to Black men. You didn't stop the killings of police of Black men, but yet you gave the police officers cover with the blue lighter law. With so many things that he could have done or said to uplift our community, but he didn't. So I was offended when the brother came and said, you know, we got to get out and vote for Kamala, get off our asses and do what. I told him, I sent him a letter, and it's going viral right now. And I just let him know I'm from Chicago, man. Nobody come here and take nothing over. You know, if you come here, you're going to come here and you're going to respect us. That's what you're going to do. And that's what we as Black men have to do. We have to start holding people accountable in our community, even our own kind, because they're the ones in power who are doing nothing for us right now in Chicago. We got a Black mayor. We got Black aldermen. I mean, the Black community is dying, no money, no economic development, and yet they're paying migrants, you know, $40,000 a month. That's $10,000 per migrant a month to come to our city, squat in our homes, giving them cars out of the pound. So as a pastor, man, and as a brother from the streets, I'm not having it. So we willing to do whatever we got to do. So I'm entering the race in Chicago to run for mayor in 2027. So we got a lot of brothers. I'm out of New York working with me. Steve Bannon with War Room and Marjorie Taylor, all them Republicans, they see what I'm trying to do in the Black community. They're supporting that, man. So I just want our brothers to get involved with what we're doing across the country and mirror the programs, because I have a super program that allows me to bring my young brothers off the street and put them in a class where they can learn how to become engineers for the AI manufacturing, for the electrical vehicles. We have incubators for entrepreneurship. And on top of it all, man, I'm paying my brothers $1,300 to $1,600 a month just to come to school and get themselves on track and be a part and have a career for the future, man. So it's us right now, man, the real brothers. You know, I'm working with Brother David Barksdale, Larry Sons are out here, Minister Rico, Cool Breeze, all them brothers in one house. We doing the same thing called the Big We, and we trying to take care of our community and take it back and protect it from the enemies at hand with the city council and the illegals, man. So this show is something that's great, it's positive. I get to see all my other brothers that we get together and we link in and be one and take our communities back and create our own economics, man.
Indeed. Appreciate you, brother. Indeed. That's some good talk. And you know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot going on in the South right now. You know, we being in the southern states, it's a little different on our end of the aspect, you know, and we can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? I know OG, me and him, we chop it up and share different things and different stories about what go on, you know, around in the area. So we glad to be of aid and assistance to anybody that you know, that tune in and listen. Again, like we said. But brother, we appreciate you. God has done a work with you. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do your work. You know what I'm saying? You know, continue to do your work.
Listen, I ain't got nothing else left, man. My mom and daddy gone, man. I'm 67 on Tuesday, okay?
Right.
When God brought me back, he brought back a monster, man. I'm giving them hell up here in Chicago, all across the country. I got a talk show where I say what I want to say when I want to say it, and I don't give a damn who like it or not. They be like, Pastor, you going in. sometimes things had to be said a certain way so you can get the message. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not like the regular pastors, man. I just buried my nephew in the Quad Cities, man. I'm not one of those pastors. I don't lie, cheat, or steal. I don't take money. I don't believe in the tithing and all of that. I don't care about the 501c3. All I care about is doing the work for God. I work for God, so this has all been underneath me, man, because as a man of God and brothers and sisters of God, it's our responsibility to control what happens in the world. See, Christians have forgotten their place, that Christ gave them this world, and that we should be in control of the government. Righteous people need to be put in the government. Righteous people need to be put in these city municipalities. And that's what I'm doing with the Mordecai Project out of New York, is we're looking for brothers who want to run for office. So any of you brothers want to run for office, let's get together. We'll come down. We'll support you. We'll bring feet on the ground to get petitions. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to link everybody together. But our place is going to be in politics to do the right thing, because if we don't do it from here, y'all see what's happening, man. Look what they're doing to us. 60 years with the Democrats, man. I would never vote for a Democrat again. I'm not going to lie, man. I can't vote for a Kamala Harris who put 2,000 black men in jail and made them work the chain gang for contracts. I can't vote for a woman who put a man on death row, and I'm talking about it on my show tomorrow, and that brother fought for his life. So she has done everything against black men and the black community. So it's our turn now. Let's do it back. Let us vote for somebody else other than her so that we can get our communities back under control, man. I just got to be honest, man. I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a businessman. He had the country running. He did a whole bunch for black people, like the premium plan. I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow. He did the First Step program that opened the doors of the jail. That's something Joe Biden didn't do when he created the crime bill. He was 8 years Barack Obama. Obama didn't open the doors of the jail. So we have to really look before we vote for these people and do our research and make sure that their agendas are in line with us. I'm not going to give you my vote if you're going to come against me and do what you're doing with the aliens and, shutting us out from the economics, taking our money, giving it everywhere else. I can't do that, man. You supporting abortion. 58 million babies been aborted in the black community since Roe versus Wade. It's all the deception that the Democrats have done to fool us and trick us and use our own people to do their dirty work, man. So whatever y'all brothers want to do anywhere in the country, I can come, we can sit down, we get a game plan, and we get brothers and put them in office, man. Our brothers who gonna know, who look like us for real, who experienced us for real, and that way we know where the money needs to go to help our people that's gonna do the right thing, brother. So any of y'all that need me, 708-663-5262. I'll come to town. We can find money through economics. We can hold people accountable. And we can save our community.
Yes,
man.
absolutely.
This is the last stanza, but this is it. We let them get back in, the black community is finished.
Absolutely. We all agree on that. We're going to pass the torch, give some other brothers a chance to, speak their piece on what we talk about. Pastor, we appreciate that. That was a good one. We want to pass on to Bloodstone, Street Preacher. How you doing today, brother?
Yes, sir. Oh, man, it's all good. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Appreciate y'all, brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Coming from San Diego, man, as far as the politics, man, I look at it like this. I'm not voting for neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's because I look at it like this. The person is actually can lead this country. You know what I'm saying? You might think it's way out, but he or she is not of this world, because a person of this world can be influenced, you know what I'm saying, can be conned, the whole thing, and, can take sides and have ulterior motives and stuff like that, man. I feel like the president, whoever the president of the United States is, is nothing but a pawn. He or she is nothing but a pawn. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to do what they want to do anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I look at it like, I feel like it's just all a game. People can say that I've only voted one time ever in my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't changed nothing. You know what I'm saying? They talk about your vote counts and all that. I mean, they come in making all these promises, man, but when they get up in there, everything looks the same to me, and then in some cases it get worse.
Right.
So,
right.
As far as the you know, the politics thing, man, you know, I've never really been nothing, you know, as far as a person that's really, you know, felt politics. I remember as a young man when you know, really shut me off politics. I remember when Ronald Reagan was running back, trying to be the president again. He was going against Walter Mondale. It was years ago. I mean, I'll never forget. I was a little kid at the time, and I remember he was saying all kinds of stuff to try to get back to be the president. And then when he finally won for the second term, they asked him, you know, what are you gonna, you know, so you know, are you gonna do? He turned around and he said something like this. He's like, well, we're gonna just continue doing the same things we've been doing. I'm like, and me as a child, I'm like, wow. He was saying, he was pumping us up. And this is me as a child thinking about it. Like, he's pumping us up and pumping us up and pumping us. And then when he got to where he wanted to get, and they asked him, he said, we're going to just continue doing what we've been doing. He didn't say it like that, but he said it in words like that. And that all stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, these cats out there playing games with people's life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We got Valentine on there. We got I don't want to mispronounce your name, brother. Celino. Did I say it right? Yeah, did I say it right?
It's Celino Umoja.
Okay, cool. So, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole collective going on about the politics and voting. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give the guys another, you know, some more time to talk and hash this thing out really, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, me personally, I feel like a lot of this is biblical. A lot of this is eye-opener for young and old. You know what I'm saying? Small and big, you know what I'm saying? It's got a lot going on. So I feel like people need to pay attention to what, you know, the values, the stuff that's going on out there. We're going to pass the torch on to Celino. We're going to go and give you the torch this time, you know what I'm saying? And get your standpoint on that. I see you got the book, the author and cookbook publications. Let's mix that in with the politics, because I know there's something in there. You know what I'm saying? You got some gumbo in there.
Well, first of all, I like to commend y'all, man, for developing the platform and trying to address the issues that we face.
Yes, sir.
Me personally, I'm going for Trump, even though I ain't voting for nobody. But Trump is the only one that I know have more effect presently upon incarceration here in Arkansas. So I'm talking about under 5, 6 presidents, Trump is the only one that ever laid something down that actually had a direct effect on incarceration here in Arkansas. So I'm going for him, and then he don't have a dog in the fight. I like the fact that he honest. He not controlled by money or none of that. He say what he say. He feel how he feel, and he don't care who like it. And I'm with that. I prefer honesty over politics any day.
True story. A lot of people feel that way because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the money was plentiful at the time. People could pay their bills, and out the most of the people I talk to, that's what they're saying. They like, what are these candidates doing to help me? And this is, I'm speaking for the people, to pay my bill. And that's really everywhere I'm going. It's like, I need, you know what I'm saying? With inflation and everything that's going on, you feel what I'm saying? I respect it. Mr. Valentine, you wanna you got anything you want to chop in on real quick while I got everything muted there. There we go.
I'm not really voting for nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody been saying they all talk what they want to talk, but they're not gonna really do nothing for community. And like I heard the brothers talk before. We gotta start stepping up and doing what we gotta do for ourselves. And you know, we gotta start. That's why I work with the organizations in the street to, you know, come together and stop the violence against each other and start building for our own community now.
Right. Indeed. And you based out of New York, right?
That's true.
Okay. Okay, so you know what I'm saying, from New York to Chicago to Arkansas to Mississippi to San Diego to Alabama, you know what I'm saying, Mississippi in the building. I mean, hey, it's a worldwide thing here. You know what I'm saying, worldwide thing. Most definitely. Anybody, OG, chime in with me. Chime in with me. I know you sit back. You know what I'm saying. I know the game on there. You know what I'm saying.
You say Mike too. Okay, now I can hear a little bit. That's a whole lot, but okay. Now me personally, I don't really just I don't do no voting here.
Yeah.
Um, you know, to be truthful about it, because like I say, I'm with Valentino. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about man what we can do inside our communities, man. I mean, if we look over the course of the years, man, and the president, that have became president over the course of the year, the the 5 6 decades of president that came about, man. I don't, I think all of them served their purpose. You know what I'm saying? I think they did the best they did. Some in 8, some in 4 terms. But I believe they did the best they could do. I can't point fingers at them and say, hey, they ain't give this and they ain't give that or none of that. I can't say it's the president's fault that you know, we going through the effect that we going through in our communities and always going what we going through. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the president's fault. Yeah, I believe that they should have more pay raise than they got going on in the southern states. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got minimum wage 7.25 and and the cost of living. You know what I'm saying? You making 18, 20,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a lot going down here in the southern. You see the southern state. I think we get the tail end. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
look at Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Georgia. We the bottom tier states. Um, we get the tail end on almost anything. And like I say, I think it's us. It's really us. I don't even think, like I say, the president. I don't even think it's just us, man. We as blacks, so we as a race, we just man refuse to do anything to help one another. But I don't care what. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the type of person to point fingers at the politically or politics or none of that, man. I point fingers at self, man. Because even though politics are gonna lie, we already know that. Whether it's good or bad, they're gonna lie anyway. They want that vote. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen a right for political yet. You know what I'm saying? I have. So, all of them they're gonna get the light in for to get what they need to get. They're gonna tell you what you need to hear to get what they're gonna get. That's all about politics, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
All the radical ones got smoked.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean, we ran a couple of shows about that. That you know what I'm saying. That it's a responsibility to the leaders that's in these positions that have the resources, that have the influence, that have all of these things, and they're not gatekeepers, whatever you want to call them. They're there. You know what I'm saying? They're there. And like they were saying on the last couple of shows, we need our own kind. We need to groom our own to go in and change up everything, change the narrative, change the dynamics of how they're handling laws, procedures, legislation, and all of this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Political case pimping, how they trying to pimp the system. And really, to be honest, now with everything, they infiltrate the drug system, and now they're giving out $1.5 million bonds now. You know what I'm saying? Here, from what I've been seeing is it's a lot of that going on. So you know what I'm saying?
right, I'm gonna say this, even in Mississippi, I was in prison in 1987. You know what I'm saying? I was 17 years old. When I went to prison. During that time, you know, I look at all the things that's in. I was there when the government changed over. You know what I'm saying? When the government took over here, they took the money out. You know what I'm saying? When I first went in, we could pay money with quarters. You know what I'm saying? We had pay phones. You know, we didn't have pay. We just, got quarters in and you can call straight through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the money, we had money. Money floating around. But the government got into it. They made it so that everything had to go through the government. You know what I'm saying? They took the money out the system. They tried to take the cigarettes out the system. You know what I'm saying? And down in Delta, in Mississippi, Department of Corrections, they hire labor. They make money off the guys who hire labor. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the field, so I didn't participate in that, so they ain't work me. You know what I'm saying? But the labor that they got from these, guys, as soon as it got cut, it came to the light. But it was 30 years. It was 30 years before they even went to the light. You know what I'm saying? They got all their money off the, you know what I'm saying? Now, how they got it now in the NVOC, they'll work the guy now. They give you what, $21 a month to work in the field. What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, in the system, bro, you gotta look at it. Some people say that the prison system supposed to change how you change you once you get out. You can learn this, learn that. You know what I'm saying? I understand all the degrees that guys have taken in there. You know what I'm saying? But all these little states don't get the same kind of learning experience that rest of these prisons get in the upper states. You know what I'm saying? Down here in these lower states, we don't get the same kind of learning and experiences that when we get out down here in Mississippi Public Corrections. I don't care what kind of degree we got, what we learn, we still gonna be labeled as a convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? They give you a piece of paper saying, well, these are the jobs that you can get hired at. But when you go to the job, it's still the same thing. They want to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months before they even give you a job. Right. Then when you get the job, they give you 1 week that, they want to fight you in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? The system is designed to keep us down, bro. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? And I understand I understand the Trump passed, First Step Act, but he wasn't the first one to put this in place. It was already on the table. He was the first one that really made it happen. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? It's been on the table a long time ago, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna make it say that, but he's the only one that's really just implementing it for it to happen. But look, it took 30 years for them to do that.
Yeah.
You know how many presidents went through with that bill on the table?
Yep.
What they
you know what I'm saying? So,
they kept sweeping under the rug or something, sliding up tables and papers and stuff, stuffing the papers.
What they did with the bill was every time a president would come in, opposed to that president leaving stuff that was on the table that was good, what they did was just set it down because they had no idea. When Joe Biden created the crime bill in the 90s, this was a way to attack the black family and destroy it by taking the black man out of his house. They sucked all the economics out the black community. Thus, when they put the drugs and the guns in, we turned on each other trying to figure out to make money. They had us so psychologically in this warfare that we hated each other for colors. And that has been the big problem for us as black people because we've been separated from each other because of economics, because of somebody didn't like this one or this one didn't like that. But let me tell y'all brothers what the real deal is. The reason why, because I never liked the politics, but a friend of mine made a lot of sense when she told me, she said, Pastor, you know what? The only way that you're going to make changes is if you at the top and you in the room where they spending the money, right? And that made sense to me because now that I put my hat into this arena, I can sit at the table and make decisions on who gets what. Just like here in Chicago with Brandon Johnson, man. I knew this brother, man. He ran for commissioner. He did work at the schools, but he never was no man material. But he got black people emotional, and that's where black people start losing it at. We start feeling emotional for another black person that don't even care about us, man. Right. Our biggest problem today is the elite blacks, the educated black, the house Negro black, the one that claimed to be a Greek when he is not black. Those are the brothers who are now in place here in Illinois. And I'm running into this problem because I know a lot of the brothers that's in these fraternities and sororities. What they have done is they've gotten into bed with the homosexuals. They've gotten into bed with the transgenders. They have gotten into bed with the crooked government. They're the ones who are trying to say that they are the new black, elite blacks. And so by them being in political positions, they're diverting money that should come to our community for economics. They're diverting the money to their own people. Because I got a boy here who heads the Omegas, right? And this brother sitting in a place with the state where he get millions of dollars. And he getting the money to say, I'm out here in the streets helping my people. Understand what I'm saying? So he faking the paperwork, but he taking the money and washing it through his partners' organizations, and they're taking our money and creating whole new communities with it and letting our community die. So that's the reason why I'm running for 2 offices here. I'm on the ballot April 1st, 2025. You know, have you heard about the woman in Dalton, the mayor of Dalton, that's Tiffany Henry? I'm running for the county supervisor's position, which has 17 municipalities in it. I'm already on the ballot for that, so that I can be in control of the money. When the money comes to the cities, then I can make sure that that money goes to people like Brother Bloodstone or Brother Valentine. I know people out there, Brother Valentine. I'm part of the Mordecai Project, First America Warehouse out there, Joe Biden with Pastor William Green. And so that's what we're doing. That's what I'm saying. If I'm gonna make a difference, I gotta be at the table when the money come in so that I can say, hold up, wait a minute now. This got to go here. This got to go here. Because if we don't have honest people or people who really care about us at the table, we gonna see what we got right now. And our biggest problem is the house Negroes. Them house Negroes call themselves Greek. They getting our money. They talking crap, man. I told one of them, I'll bust your head to the white meat. I'm still me now. I ain't
right.
I'm a pastor, but I'll be the first one that throw that bullet at you praying when you're going, okay?
Right.
What we have to do is this, brothers. We have to stop getting emotional. We have to look at the people who represent us that are not representing us, and they're taking the money and doing whatever they want to. Those are the people that we have to move around. People like you and me, we have to get involved because everything is done off politics, man. All the money, who get what get billed is done off politics. And if we don't have nobody sitting at the table to say, we're going to do this for the black community, that's the problem. And that's why we have nothing. And that's why we're dying.
True word. Hey, well said. Anybody want to chime in on that?
Big homie, man, you know, you hit it right on the nail, man. You hit it right on the nail, my brother. And I look at it like this, man. As soon as we get out the crab in the bucket mentality, you know what I'm saying, and start yelling for each other and cheering for each other, the sooner we're going to get something. I'm going to give you guys an example, you know what I'm saying, real quick. Say, you know why we don't, a lot of cats don't like open businesses in the community when they get money. Say you open a little store, right? Open a little store or something like that.
Yeah.
The homie will come through every now and then. Oh man, my kid's hungry. Let me go ahead and grab some ice. Grab him something to eat. I ain't tripping. Or say he gonna come through one night. Hey man, let me get a little bottle of Hennessy. He gonna try to come every night. I'm like, homie, I can't get Hennessy every night. The first night you tell him no, excuse my language, you's a punk motherfucker now. Let's get this nigga. We finna rob this nigga. Woo, blase, blah. But you're not talking about all the times when I let your kids come in here and get something for free and I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. if I'm selling hot dogs for $2.50 and some other cat $2.50, you gonna talk I can't get it for $1, homie. I mean, we grew up together, you know, but you gonna go to the other cats and pay with no problem.
That's
with
just
no
the way
issue.
the system. But
That's how come we're last right now. Because we don't yell for each other. We don't support each other. Everybody feel like if you support the next man, they feel like it's like you're weak for being like that.
Well, man,
I mean,
indeed, but
me personally, when I see another black man, you know, coming up, I mean, that influence, you know, that motivates me. You know what I'm saying? That makes me like, I need to do something better. That makes me want to get
right. Well, let me.
You're intimidated by what another man's doing, whether it's back, whatever. First thing you need to do with the man in the mirror for you to get better.
Yeah, indeed.
You know,
Indeed.
As soon as we lose that, get out the box. We are first.
Indeed.
You know what? Let me say this to my brother. See, I graduated from high school at 15. I bought my first business at 17 years old. I bought a restaurant in Davenport, Iowa. I was just there yesterday. We sold a restaurant when my parents got so old. But it was the way I was taught. It was the upbringing that my father gave me. Because, see, I picked and chopped cotton in a town called Marie, Arkansas, from 5 years old with a Kroger sack to 8 years old. When we got to Chicago in 1963, I was just green as grass because we hadn't learned a lot. But the educational system back in the day, and my father always wanted a restaurant. When I turned 17 and dropped out of college and bought a business, then he came to help me create that business, David and Joy Soul Food. And we never looked back, man. I basically, once I became an entrepreneur, I came back to Chicago and I started telling brothers, your brother roll up, he ain't selling dope. He got a restaurant. He got other business, investments and stuff. I'm from the streets, man. I'm from the dope game. I changed the product. That's all I did, was change the product and start making money like crazy. So it's the way we think and the way we talk. It's the rites of passage, because I talk to a lot of brothers, man. In my generation, we was raised to be men. We was raised to take care of our family, our children. We were taught that you can work a job for a while, but if you ain't a man until you got your own stuff. All of these things were taught to me at a kitchen table by a man that had a third grade education, my father. And so I took those things, and when I left home at 15, the first thing I thought about was a business. It's so easy to start a business, man. I can start a business tomorrow. I can hook up with somebody that got product. I can find a place, a building, pay him some rent money, open my store up and start selling in the community and giving back. So that's why I say, when I take over, I'm taking the mayorship of Chicago. We're going to burn that Thomas now, okay? When I take the mayorship of Chicago, I'm going to use the same formula that the government has been using and gave the illegals money. Barack Obama said black people didn't need reparations, but yet we built the country. And so we need to start standing on and have politicians. That's why I'm running for office, man. You can make a difference at the top. As long as we sit and waiting for handouts, we can only get what they want to give us. But if one of us is at the top saying, guess what? You know what? I'm at the top now. Now I can make the decisions on how much money going to go to the black community. I can make the decisions from the point in Chicago where I said, okay, homosexuals, all y'all bag y'all stuff up, take y'all books, get the hell out of the schools because you ain't turning the kids into transgender. See, you can set policy. And that's why I'm running for this office, so I can take Chicago back, man, because, really, as a brother from the streets and the ties that we all have with each other, we could take all the cities if we wanted to. That's what unity is about. Indeed. But we can't do it like that. So guess what? We quit killing each other. We start getting into this arena. We get in positions, because I'm having brothers in the city of Chicago. I'm telling David Barksdale that I want him on a slate when I run for the mayor of Chicago. I want him to get a ward and pick a ward. Then I'm gonna get some brothers off the west side. They all pick wards on what they want to run against these house Negroes. Because all of these are black people sitting in the place that ain't doing nothing for us. We run as a slate. We get our people to vote for us. We get into these offices, and that's when we can start making real changes. If we don't do that, we're all going to be waiting for somebody to give us some. We waiting for this and waiting for that. And man, I'm telling you, the letter that I wrote to Barack Obama, man, in so many words, I tell him, you shut your ass up. Don't say nothing else about black people. I'm serious.
Have mercy.
You read the letter, didn't you?
I just called.
but I'm saying it because these people are in position to help the black community and uplift it. And after all of this time, we lost the Black Wall Street to the Democratic Party. Let's be for real. It was the Democratic Party that split from, because they all was called Dixiecrats. Okay, so when the Dixiecrats wanted to come to the North, abolitionists who was white with Frederick Douglass said, we're not going to bring slavery there. And so that's when the Democrats and the Republicans, the abolitionists split up, and the abolitionists was ran by Frederick Douglass and other blacks, and they changed the name to the Republican Party because America is a republic. And that's how we were so successful to create the Black Wall Street and Rosewood, Florida, the movies y'all see. Black people that was the richest city. Tulsa, Oklahoma was the richest in the United States, and it was black owned and operated. Sears, Roebuck and Company. Roebuck was the man that had the catalog that they ordered. Black people were spending money. We was reinvesting into our community. And in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when the white folks could not get our money no more, they destroyed the whole economic engine for black people. And not only that, when they did Tulsa, they turned around and did Rosewood 2 years later. And ever since they destroyed our economic engines, they've kept black people in a place where we always got to wait on them to get something. And that time is over, man. We can't wait no longer.
Indeed. Anybody else want to chime in on this right here with what the brother speaking on?
The whole thing about it, man, all I see on Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm gonna keep it real. First, they always show Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. You got a lot of feedback. You got a lot of feedback. Yeah, you got a lot of feedback, Bloodstone.
Yeah, I can see in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a lot of the first 40 feet.
Okay. Selena.
I've never been there, but how big and how much big
Okay, you know, I most definitely. So you know how you I know you wanted to chime in. I saw you right there.
Yeah. I would just like to add the fact that black folks' biggest problem is us hating each other. Me personally, if I see another black man that's got something going on and I can't help you, I'm not gonna tear you down. You got black folks that sit up and watch you and hate on what you got going on. And instead of them just staying out the way, you don't have to say nothing about me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to support me. But they recruit other blacks not to like you, tell you they got everything they say. And I'm talking about that you don't understand where the hate come from.
Yeah.
And that I would like to tell black folks, if you not gonna support me, I don't care. Just stay out of my way. You don't have to like me. You don't have to support. You don't have to do nothing. But don't hate me and don't you recruit other people to hate me.
Right.
And it so boy, that is a big problem. I see that every day.
You hit the hammer on the head right there, bro. And that's true. That's real life spit because you know what I'm saying. As I own and like I said in prior shows, that this is something that is deep rooted. It go all the way back to what the pastor was saying, real nigga house nigga mentality. It's been built way before it got to this point. There's always a point of division. They implemented the division early. So what was really the difference in the field and the house. You understand what I'm saying? I know we on live radio too, so I'm trying to keep it down to a minimum on what we saying as far as that. But the point is, you know what I'm saying, we this thing has been going on long before all of us been on the earth. It was going on with our forefathers, you know what I'm saying? We have to, like the brother said, we got to come together, either get out the way or come together with me, like how Moses is. And I'm pretty sure back in Moses' days, he had the same haters. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, like I said, this goes way back. A lot of people don't have the understanding of, like I was talking to my cousin earlier today. I said, how can somebody bless you when your hands closed?
Yes.
You can't get nothing with these right here, but if your hand open, you able to receive a whole lot more than your hands like this. So, you know what I'm saying? People walking around like this. Blessing can't go nowhere. Somebody coming to your life might bless you down, you know, with something, anything, with a little tidbit. It don't take that much, but like this. So I understand, brother. I totally understand. Mr. Valentine, I know you want to jump in there and say something too, brother.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What's your definition of hate?
Faith?
Hate.
Hate? Oh, hate. Hate.
I guess it's the opposite of congratulations.
Well, I'm saying you asking all of us on the panel tonight. What's the definition?
Yeah, like what's your
definition of hate?
Let me give it to you. It can be two definitions. One definition is that you can hate somebody else and you do everything to appease them. And the other definition is that you can hate yourself and you do everything to impede yourself from being successful. And I think that that's the self-hate that Black people are having right now. And it is like it's a syndrome, the Stockholm syndrome. See, it's a thing that the Jews went through when they was in captivity called the Stockholm syndrome. They was beaten down so badly that they were so comfortable in being in the camps. They got to a place where they started accepting their fate, and they made it their lifestyle, and that's what the norm was for them. It's called the Stockholm syndrome, and that's what has happened to Black people. We have been inundated with hate for ourselves. White folks done hated us. Chinese hate us. They all use us, but they use our playbook to get successful. We hate ourselves. And so that's why we're sitting in this position right now, is because once we got to the place where we quit loving on each other and quit helping each other and quit trying to be, because I can remember in the South, man, Black people stuck together like this. In Arkansas, when I was raised up, we was Mississippi, Louisville, we were just like this. And that's why you saw in the South, it's more Black businesses in the South than in the North. Because other Black people are going to patronize you because you are doing a service to the community. Here in Chicago, man, these house Negroes ain't going to patronize you. All they're going to do is talk about you. They're going to send somebody to hit you up, just like the brother was saying. You can get, listen, I had that restaurant for 40 years.
Yeah. And
I never was robbed. You know why? Because if somebody walked in and needed food, if they needed some change, I was there. I was like, okay, brother, blah, blah, blah. Even if I had to offer them a job, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so we never had that problem, and we fed the community. And so we were able to build on the community and make demands. And that's what the Black community has not done to this government. We have not demanded anything from them. Look at the homosexuals. They demanded and they got together, and guess what? They run in the country right now. Look at the Mexicans. The Mexicans is benefiting from this invasion of illegals because they done got together now with the illegals, which has created them. They like 40 million strong now. Black people are 44 million strong in the United States. So the Mexicans was already at 20 million. That's why you didn't see them jump up saying, no, y'all can't come over here. You didn't see Barack and them saying, no, y'all can't come over here, because they wanted new Negroes. They knew that Black people were sick and tired of them. they knew black people was going to jump the ship or either not vote for them because of what they're doing and how they put it in our face. So they needed some new Negroes. That's why they paid for this evasion. And brothers, let me say this to you. I've done a lot of research. Here in Chicago, what Kamala did when she opened the borders, when she opened those borders, mostly that came over here from the 150 countries was servicemen. I got tapes when we look back at the border when it was attacked, we seen the Venezuelan army come here. I got tapes, I did the research, and China has people here, North Korea, Iran, Iraq, all of these countries, since our doors have been open, are here. And the most frightening thing to the black community is this. Whatever goes down with this election, there's going to be some bull crap that's going to originate in the black community. I'm telling you.
You tell the truth, because I'm saying with everything that they got going on, with all the fake distractions that they got going on, it's something always when the left hand doing something, the right hand doing something.
Man, look
people
at this.
They're paying. They so worried about who having sex with who. You know what I'm saying? What's in the baby oil? You know what I'm saying? You know,
that's a distraction.
We talk about it just briefly on here, but we stick to the subject. It's messing up our people. It's messing up what, you know what I'm saying, things going on behind the scenes that they're not paying attention to.
But
I got my guy Ambassador Strong and Ambassador Carl in there. What going on, OG?
I can't stress enough. Even coming in, I just want to send a shout out to the Solution Radio, because we talk more about the solutions more than the problems, right? And we get tired. You feel what I mean? And I'm gonna send a shout out to everybody that invited me out here. I'm a little bit late, family, and apologize.
We down to the meat now. We down to the meat. We done got past the potatoes and gravy. We down to the meat. Yeah, we get to it.
As you say that, and like you say, senior ambassador on here, and we got Mr. Capone and Mr. Laurie Jr. here. We have a small history together dealing with the big we, so he already know we on his pops and things like that. So it's a loop that you actually out here and saying what you're saying right now in this ordinance of, let's just say, order out of the chaos that they've created, because it was never home. And I salute you in your mission, in your vision. I'm just gonna say exactly what he said. New niggas.
There you go.
I mean, and don't get it twisted. The Venezuelans was a purpose. Whatever that they actually trying to build up at, because any city that sit there and don't understand it, got some kind of cowardice and art, they bringing them niggas over here not only to integrate them into our community, our society, our culture, the Jesus way or Salam way, or whatever the situation as far as spirituality that created religion. It all has something to do by the numbers of political agenda, because black people has come to the realization that we don't need to vote some fucking time. Excuse my language, but it's like regardless of what, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about the secret laws of, hey, every 3 years we're gonna vote to see if black people have the right to vote again. That just let you know you're on a docket market or a ticket market for the World Trade Center that you can be sold for a profit. That's why Habib answered the phone for AT&T the else. You feel me? That's why boxing going the way it's going. Look, we just watched Better Be Even Evolve of a Russian situation, but they in Saudi Arabia, but they just used to be on the zone, and the zone has something to do with top rate boxing. It's American and top rate boxing guy. Once you understand what's going on in the sports, you understand what goes on in the numbers or category of what they implemented as a propaganda to see what's going on in life. And when he said new niggas, that's when I felt like I really needed to tap in, because that's what's going on. We are being replaced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And everybody might go on and feel like they want to chime in at this time because I've been saying it for so long, and I'm glad this brother said exactly what he said with the nigga situation because they want us. It's still going to be a black on black situation. It's still going to be a political aspect of, hey, we need they vote because the black folks ain't voting no more. So look, half these people coming in, I know they coming in putting white on their whole application situation because they're coming in. They are taking class, and these people told them to not deal with the black people in those high factory things. They literally had to go to a class and can be acquainted in the world except black people because they feel like black people is on this kind of situation. They show it with the culture of the music that we produce in there to feel like we need to get ahead in life. It has something to do with violence, negative, this, that, and other that has the definition of black that has something to do with evil. Hey, even the Bible say in the beginning it was dark and it was good. So how do we change that definition to evil? You see what I'm saying? So if we put a propaganda on our culture, stereotype on our culture, we jump ourselves even with the political agenda that's going on, and they put new niggas out here. Whether they new niggas or not, when they put their name on them dotted lines and it's white on there or other and it's Caucasian or other and it's whatever has something to do with the European culture or culture, it has nothing to do with us. And these people are melanated beings, the Asians, the blacks, though whatever you call yourself in life that has something to do with the melanated culture. Once you put white on it, you know they signed the deal to go against you.
Let me add something right quick to this, man. And you brothers think about this, and I did some research on it. Have you ever wondered why that black people here in this country is hated so much? Have you ever wondered why that in our schools, they don't want us to know about our history and know where we came from? Because Africa is the cradle of life, and everybody from the Greeks to everybody went to Timbuktu, the college in Africa, to learn about engineering, agricultural. See, we are God's chosen people. The white Jews that you see are the Edomites and the Zionists. That's why they keep us in the dark, because God said in Deuteronomy, it's because of our disobedience. See, Jesus was from the tribe of Judah, which was purely black. He said because of our disobedience, we gone into a second captivity and we will be scattered all over the world. Black people were the ones who put on the ships and brought all over the world, even to America, to be enslaved. So because of our lack of knowledge of who we are and our identity, because everybody know about us except us. And that's how they keep us, not knowing who we are, not knowing how we should come together and benefit each other. As long as they keep us in the dark about our heritage, and if we don't prepare the future to teach our children, then the black community, and this is, in our day, is going to die because there's nothing left. They brought this last wave of illegals in to attack us. We already got a bunch of men who are not standing or not trying to create the black family. The mindset that we have now, because we was raised to be husbands and wives in my generation. We were taught how to be men. We were taught our responsibility of having babies and all like that. And I think that if we're going to get ourselves back on track, we have to get back to the old teaching of our children and our family structure so that our children can see positive things besides the negative things that they see. That way that they can know who they are and move forward in the future. But if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. You don't know it. You can't, because you can't. Listen, brothers. If I had not been taught how to own a business, like I was 15, my daddy told me how he wanted a juke joint. He told me exactly how he wanted it. At 17, I moved to Davenport, Iowa, and bought a juke joint and moved him there.
Yeah,
that's because he put me here to be that way, and that's what we have to teach our kids. We have to start educating them. You know, I got 5 grown kids, from 50 to 17. Okay, And all of them are doing something positive. I've been teaching, have your own business, follow this footsteps, do this, do that. And they have. It's just, and I just wish that we as Black men and Black women would get together and put the foolish to the side and start teaching our children about the society, economics, who they are, how to be men and women, how to be husbands and wives to each other. That way we can grow, because the Black community is down from 90% of family structure. It's down to like about 9 or 10%. Because Black men and women aren't getting married because the financial situation and the ideas of, I don't need no woman, I don't need no Black man. And yet our women are educated and got money, and they having all sorts of problems with our kids, and they raising boys who are homosexuals who don't know how to be men. And that's the problem that we're having right there.
And into that part right there again, I'm sorry, I don't mean to come in and just enter. But I have to agree with this brother 110% more with these kind of situations. Hey, Mr. Pope, I thank you again.
I'm just sitting back. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting back.
He's not off, bro. And sometimes it takes the reality of what it is. And he spoke on not only a religious or a spiritual situation of what needs to be. We got to go to God, things of these nature and stuff. I think God a little bit tired of us just giving it to him and putting it in his hands without us actually making the thing, because people end up getting. So we have to understand that we are the image of these kind of situations, and if we actually flip that map around, we understand that we actually on the Holy Land. So everything was on the Holy Land. So everything us for a reason.
You know, let me say, this is a spiritual war.
This is a spiritual war.
It's a spiritual war because
it's a spiritual war because
in the Bible it talks about, a lot of people don't like the Bible. But I want to say this. In the Bible it talks about the rumors of wars and natural disasters, earthquakes, and I mean all of these things are happening to us right now, and we're watching it. We're watching it unfold in front of our eyes. And as Black people, we're not addressing the issues that we should face. Our biggest problem is this. Check this out. Okay, so we spend more money than all the other races put together. We spend more money, but yet we don't own nothing, because we don't come together. We rather go buy a $100,000 car than take $100,000 and open a business and make more money with it. Because we don't understand economics, man. Some of us do, some of us don't. But for the most part, the major Black community is dying because we don't reinvest into ourselves, man. And that's one of the things I want to do when I become the mayor of Chicago. Habib them got to get out the Black community. I'm running them out the Black community with direct competition. I'm going to open Black stores right across the street from them and direct the Black people to spend their money with Black people, and we put it back in the community, and Habib got to find him another neighborhood to go to live off of as a parasite.
Hey, can I
Now,
We have to take our communities back, and that's what I'm saying. What I want to do when I become the mayor of Chicago is I'm going to do just like everybody else did. I'm going to take care of your people. I'm going to put money where it's supposed to be. I'm going to make the wrongs that we've seen these years right. So, brothers, in order to do that, we have to be at the top. And we have to be in the room where the money is coming from. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm telling other brothers, let us get in these political positions. And we have to, because Black people can vote you in. And we don't have to wait. If we start the stuff that I'm doing now in Chicago, it's going to prime. When I run for mayor in 2 years, I'm already bringing stuff to the community. I'm teaching brothers how to own businesses. I'm going buying buildings for $1. We're going to start renovating these buildings and these houses in Inglewood and everywhere else, and keep the migrants from squatting in them and taking them. At a 501c3, we can get them for $1. So that's my mission. I've been talking to brother David Boxdale, man. We've been talking to Larry Son. I said, man, we got to get in the game, and we got to take our community back, but we got to own the community, just like everybody else. You don't see the Italians in the Italian community. You don't see no truck out there selling soul food, but you see pizzas and everything else in our community. You don't see the Mexicans. You don't see I can't go to Little Village and sell my soul food, but you see Little Village in the Black community selling tacos and everything else. Everybody get rich off of us. It's time for Black people to push their ass out of our community, and we start working on each other and building our own stuff, man, because God blesses a child that has his own. And I'm telling you, when you are righteous, I'm not a perfect person. I don't even say I want to be a perfect person, but I am a righteous man. And that's what God said. God said, seek ye the kingdom in righteousness. I don't care. You could be a dirt bag, but if you're doing the right thing, God will bless you because you're doing the right thing.
Hey, can I say something? Can I say something?
Go ahead. Yeah, because you ain't saying nothing, De Niro. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead and jump in now.
I'm listening to everything we said, and you know what I'm saying, taking back the community and building our people up. But I'm gonna tell you, we got a hellified task ahead of us because not only is the Black men killing each other, the white women fought. I mean, the Black women fought for equality. They gave all us went to prison, so they allowed the Black women to get these educations. Now they got all the money, so they allowed they have allowed the American dollar to replace the Black man in the household. I don't need no nigga. I don't need no man. And so we not only we killing each other, and we up against the whites, but they have formed a design where we up against our own kind. That's why they killed Kevin Samuels. Because I don't care how many women say they don't like him, they will start to listen to him. And they're gonna kill every leader that get Black men and Black women together. Yeah. As long as you look at the sons, Beyonce and them guys, all the single ladies, all independents and all that, but they married.
Right.
All these songs, they screaming broke niggas and single and all this, but they in relationships. See, they ain't gonna put out their real music. They ain't gonna put out their real music to make our people come together. But that's our major problem now. We got to go against our own Black women. And then like Kevin Samuels say, the Black race, the Black female is the only one that screamed that they don't need no man, and they go sit down there. And they the only ones scream they don't need no man, and they the only ones climb up the corporate ladder by themselves, and then they try to wait till they in their late 30s or early 40s to try to get a man. But then when you want a man, you feel the man got to make more money than you or make the same amount of money you got. And all I'm making 6 figures. Y'all already know most of us ain't making that.
That's a whole nother topic, my brother.
That's another chapter, yeah.
That's a whole other show in itself. That one little tidbit, I ain't mean to cut y'all, but that one little tidbit right there is a whole nother topic on the show. But go ahead, keep going.
He's showing the unified situation of what needs to be done with Black men and Black women. It's not a whole nother situation that needs to be added on another show. These things need to be talked about now, bro. Like I said,
what I'm saying is this. We on the topic, but I know that can be another topic for another show. We got so much. We got so much to do with so little time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
we can cram all this in on everybody, but we want to leave at least, you know what I'm saying, leave a little room for some Jello. You get what I'm saying? Some dessert.
Yeah. Can we add Jello to the dessert thing, my good brother?
We can, go ahead, add some Jello to the table, baby. Go ahead, you gotta do it, you know what I'm saying?
Everything I'm hearing that I'm agreeing with, like the brother Lori, like this brother just said, and everything to this, bro. Like, it ain't just the fact that the Black man needs to step up. Like Fam said, the identity of the women. It's most women get into the systems of life and things because of the independence and don't fight for the Black man. But when we go up in there as a Black man, we fight for the equality and the unity of the Black man and Black woman. So we have to nip that separation in the blood because it's been so embedded. That's what he's saying. Like what Kevin Samuels was saying. Like, they have to be accountable for their own separation too. Just like we have to be accountable for our own lack of, let's let them say it, protection.
Yeah.
You feel me? So in the aspects of what we wanted to do on a political agenda if they got the black man and the black woman separated instead of united. Because, like Fam said, we need to push so bees of beebs and this, that, and the other. If everybody understand that we are all the melanated culture of society and anything, and we are the 1% of the difference maker, we need to unify with these people before they brainwashing too tough like we've been brainwashed, because we've been seeing this shit. We're separated against each other. What happens when they bring the new niggas in and we actually unite with these niggas?
Yep, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to think on a different level. They are attacking the mind. That's why they got these new classes telling them not to deal with us. But when they come up out the classes, we show them why it is to deal with you just in America now, and we're groomed to this situation according to how you groomed to that situation. Now we're in these situations together as a unified front because we are stronger together.
Right.
And you know what, brother, you are 100% correct. And that's what's happening here in Chicago. A friend of mine, Terry Newsom, and Ben Berquam, that's a reporter for Real America Voices. They've been going undercover, and they went undercover before the convention here in Chicago, which I had the privilege to speak at and talk about what black people should be doing about voting and so forth. But the illegals are here, and they're saying two things. They're saying they're not getting the money that everybody said that they're giving them, and they're probably not, because here in Chicago, when the first wave of illegals came, it was 51 million. First of all, there was $381 million that Donald Trump sent to Chicago for the fentanyl problem in the black community in the West and South Side. That money never was given to either side in the black community. And so when the illegals invaded us, they came up with the money in the emergency fund because they had to reappropriate it or lose the money. So they put the money in the emergency fund, like 51 million. And so the first wave of illegals that came, the city of Chicago took $47 million for administrative costs. And the migrants only got $4 million. And when we got out there and started talking to some of the migrants from Venezuela, they said they wasn't getting the money. So we are being played. They're being played to the point where they're telling them, we're going to take care of y'all. Y'all take the black community, and if things don't go our way, y'all just create civil unrest. And that's what we found out for sure. That's what this administration, Biden administration, and the Harris administration have been telling these illegals, that if they don't win the election, cause civil unrest. So we've been seeing some of them.
That don't mean the brothers and the sisters and the civilians and the Venezuelans in Chicago have to go against each other, because we're both being screwed on a political agenda that's looking for us to actually go against each other. That ain't gonna be nothing but back on back crime all the way again together. Yeah. It's like falling into the pit of the fire. You ever seen that movie Gangs of New York? That's what they look for.
And you know what, brother, you so correct, but that's why we sitting out here and we talking to some of these guys, man, and we saying, y'all gonna be the new niggas, and they gonna treat y'all worse than they treated us because they already gave you some money. So why not we get together? Because we don't need, listen, when the Venezuelans took over that house out there in Aurora, California, they came to Chicago and they was making noise like they wanted to do something. And my brothers on the streets let them know, we not playing that. We know what to do with you. And we're going to send a message to you. If you can't understand English, have somebody interpret it to you, because we know what we got to do if you come this way. Ever since then, the Venezuelans and all the rest of those have been at a place where here in Chicago where they really knew they want to talk to black people because they're getting screwed too. So it's the white man who brought them in to hate us, and we gonna hate them because we trying to protect our community. But see, what's the big downfall is when we start talking to them brothers and we start finding out that they're being used to replace us, and we're not gonna be replaced. The best thing we can do is come together and deal with the people that brought us here to hate each other. And that's what we're looking at in Chicago, bro.
Because once we understand, you have to go back to an old Fred Hampton tactic. And I'm finna bring it back into a history of situation because like you said, the white folks, see, because we always have a habit, and I ain't taking nothing from you because we know where it was created from. But when we understand that we was the masters of everything, educational, economical, political, and social development way of life and society, guess what? We taught them how to do this to us. They just flipped. Now, when we understand that we have to hold accountability to our own knowledge and the propaganda that we put out here for a one-way created situation, when the one created that way and it don't fall for us, that's what we need to do. Make another way. But now we have to make another way according to what the people are thinking about. So this is why we have to sit there and understand that even though they are white, they have to they are the butt end of the sacrifice just like we are. That's why some of you have white trash. Every race of people have a white society or a black society or this, that society or Indonesia that are the poorest things on the map. Look at Mexico. The people that created still in the jungle right now today because they got them right there because of the light color of their skin. It is a racial divide in the first place. This is why racism was created, to separate them. But these people in our communities now, if you understand what's going on in Chicago, they are integrating every race of people in the black community, but not in everybody else's community.
Yep. And that's true, brother, because I heard, this is the honest God truth, man.
Got no black people over there on Cicero in the Italian community. You ain't got black folks over there on in Greek Town over there where they make the best Italian beefs in the world out there on Greek Town and Halston and stuff. You ain't got all that stuff going on. Even the transgender people have a community over there on North Clark Division in Belmont.
Yep.
Okay. They've been doing that for a whole lot of years in Chicago. So you actually have to understand how actually racist Chicago is and it's segregated into its culture of what it is. But these are the cultures and the segregations of things that we actually need to unify with because they are actually keeping us on the lower level of society for that gangs of New York mentality because we all end up going against each other and we all came here either indigenous or on some fucking boat that we had already been here before we in the first place. That's how we became indigenous. When we break the chain of not understanding that we have always been here and yes, we messed up, but we the ones that gotta make it right. You know what your mission is in the statement, not only political, educational, economical, or stability of unity for us in this world. And hey, we accepted the name when Jesse Jackson said black folks, so we got that too. Colored folks, us too. We got people gave us. We got to accept it all and make it a one. The Haitians over here, guess what, Haitian? They taught you this, but this what's going on over here with us. We are all as one when one is all because we all, y'all beat Napoleon. Man, stop playing with us. We had to fight against Columbus. And some of y'all was over here with us too.
But
if we don't
we got Valentine on there. He from New York itself, so he can, shed some light from that area too.
Man, Garvey was
you got separation area. It's like I got that out there. We got it out here. You got it in Jersey. There's going to always be separation to keep us divided. As long as you divide it, you can never come together. And that's why me, Capone, and some others bring the Bloods, the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to bring together. We are trying to rise up, and everybody is frustrated, and that's a good thing. Because as long as we're frustrated, we do come together on that level.
And you know what? I want to throw a solution out there, man. And think about this. All the other communities are self-contained. White community, the Hispanic community, they all self-contained. They have their own businesses. They reinvest in each other. It is only the black community that there's no reinvestment going on. Just think about this. All these professional athletes that we had back in the day, guys like Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, they reinvested into the black community. They opened up businesses. They helped brothers get things started. We don't have athletes like that no more. Back in the day, we had real pastors who stood on it and said, no, you're not going to put homosexual in the schools. We had real men who loved the black community, who did what they were supposed to do, just like Dr. King. Even though he wasn't the best scholar, but he laid his life down to advance the black community and us, our generation. And so we have to get ourselves prepared, and we have to start creating economics. If we're spending more money than everybody else, we buy more gym shoes, cars, and stuff. We don't never think about putting money together and creating a bank or a credit union. We don't never think about becoming the same team. And like what we trying to do here in Chicago, I'm trying to buy up, I'm finna start trying to buy up every building that I can get for $1 under my 501c3. Buy it, renovate it, create jobs for brothers. I got brothers already got contracting companies. I'm a contracting officer, retired. I'm helping people get federal contracts. We got one now from the state to teach. I mean, these are the things that we have to do. We have to be very knowledgeable, and we have to be willing to just take the chance and do it. We have to quit procrastinating and saying, oh no, I want to start a business, but I don't have the knowledge, or I don't have this. Stop all of that. Buy something, sell it. Get a place, stock it, sell it. That's all everybody else is doing to making money. We're the only ones that are not exercising our financial prowess, and that's why we're in this condition, man.
Indeed.
And condition, this is what I want to express on propaganda. The condition comes from the propaganda of how that society has to be built according to what we build the racial boundaries of society. Even a rich black man supposed to act like a rich white man in society when he kind of money, and he end up supposed to cut. That's the same thing that goes on, because once you get to a certain level of things, man, it's good and roses, but gangrene on the other side, because of these kind of boundaries that have something to do with you just say being gay or whatever. These come with conditions for you to actually be able to speak for the people, and sometimes our political leaders understand this process that to hold his head down sometime at night in order for us to be light the next day. So we understand that the process is that, meaning that if they are attacking the political leaders in that kind of category, then hip hop or any kind of situation that makes black people advance, a lot of these people that we look up to today, right now, with society, interracial situations going on, the big mixed kid, and we take his words wholeheartedly and post them every day, but don't like a man and a black woman. Man, he was a mixed person anyway. He was that's why I love that blueprint. But we have to get away and put ourselves together before we start talking politics, aspects of political theory. It's a lot of things us as our take on. Like he said, black people are the ones that it's because of propaganda in the teaching of what we supposed to be as black people has everything to do with black people, not sticking with each other, robbing each other, not elevating each other, and trusting each other. Shit, even as a growing development member, is following the teachings of the blueprint and now follow the lessons of the that has to do with a whole lot of things in life. Nigga, understand that I was taught wrong. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, you had a feedback in your mic. You was talking.
My bad. I love it, man. I got Brother Pope. I gotta run. But I want to let brothers know, man. Listen, I'm on TECNTV.com. We're on Rumble, David Lowe 1057. My show is called Let the Truth Be Told Radio. It airs out of Washington D.C. but we stream to other places. You can find us, and Brother Pope, I'll send you the information because, see, we are not getting the truth in the regular media, the ABC, these people are not telling us the truth about what's going on. And I started this show about 7 years ago. I was green as grass, but I had Lee Michaels and some other black men in media sit me down and teach me, get me involved, what to say, how to get things done. And so that's what we need to start doing. And at this show, Let the Truth Be Told, we bring solutions, just like what you're doing here. We talk about how to start your business. We'll do a show and show you from the very beginning what to do, how to find money. So brothers need to look at us and get involved with us. And Brother Valentine, you out there in New York, I'll make sure you got my number because I'll be in New York in a couple of weeks with the Mordecai Project, which is where we're looking for men and women in these different cities to step up to the plate and start running for these offices. We'll get the support. I have people on the ground all over the country, and so that we can get righteous people in places where this money is being doled out. If we don't, listen, in the Bible, it talks about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that was thrown in the furnace. They were in politics. They were political leaders. And that's why they ended up in the furnace, because they didn't want to follow what the politics said. And the king threw them in the fire and God saved them. Just like Daniel's in the lion den. So we as pastors know now that we have to step up, get into leadership roles, because we're going to do the right thing. When I win the mayorship of Chicago, I'm going to do the right thing for everybody, but my focus is the black community. And that's what I'm saying. Brother Valentine, you out there in New York, I got people to surround you, run for office. We got Brother Royce White that's in Minneapolis who ran for a Senate seat, and now he's there. In the fall, the next election, he's running against the Democrat, and we're going to win. So we have to keep putting brothers in positions of power to do the right thing for us to get ourselves back on track, because you can't make no difference if we sitting out here talking and we're not at the table.
There you go.
Blessings, brother. I love y'all, man. Anytime y'all need me, Brother Pope got me. I got to run. I got my old lady here. She tugging at me. So, hey, man, I love being black. And that's the only, I won't want to be nothing else but a black man, okay?
I know that's real. I know that's
so
real.
Let us keep it going, man. Let us keep going. Y'all get my number, 708-663-5262, 708-663-5262. Let us be one, man. I got a lot of resources. I know a lot of people. Just like Mississippi, man. I got so many people down in Mississippi and land. My girl from Alabama sitting here right now. So I mean, let us put ourselves together, because see, what they can do is they can try to poison us, but they can't stop us from loving each other and working together and making the difference. And as black men, that's what we got to do now. Save ourselves and save our families in the future, man. God bless y'all, man. I love y'all brothers, man.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Yes, peace and blessings. All right, so we back at it again, man. Hey, it's been a good show. I know we chopped it up. We talked about a lot, and there's still some stuff we still can cover. We got a few more minutes. You know what I'm saying? We can chop it up a little bit, about that last subject y'all was talking about, about the women. It was something you were saying, Carl, about the black man and the woman. You know what I'm saying? You said that we wanted to add some jello to it. So go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Well, it's just, we have to understand as a black man and a black woman, since we're accepting them roles, we have to go back in time, man. That's one thing about it. And I don't want to use it as far as what we came up on, okay? I want to use it as far as pure wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. because understanding is the crown point, even to love, life, and our loyalty. Without understanding the other five and measure of meaning. So the crown point of our understanding that black men and black women came here together, man, and we was meant to be together. And sometimes, hey, everybody had these blocks. Everybody have their thought process, and that will become different. And in your gender role as a man, and a woman, and the moment melanin men and women, Nubian men and women, the color, the nature of the sun and the moon come together and understand why the sun come up and the moon rises. And the sun set and the moon rises. We're gonna have a problem, and we're gonna have an imbalance to nature, just like we're born with a chemical imbalance in our brain. If we understand, even in death, you still got 3% of your brain exist in your death. That's why your hair still grow when you're dead. That's why your nails still grow when you're dead. We're missing something, or there might be eternal life. The thing is that if us, our Nubian beings, our melanated nature, our essence and life don't come together just like the dirt and the tree come together to give us life and obedience and breath, we're gonna always be in the back lines of an economical situation, a unified situation, because we paved the way for everything. We have to pave the way to culture. We've been taken away from our culture. That's why we fight these things. Everything, no matter the religion. I don't even want to go up into that, but it became a situation in the first process. So everything about the religion that we all know, no matter what you eat, came from a spiritual aspect and thought process that still leads you. I don't care if this, that, and the other. What does it tell you to do in your first principle of life? Love. It leads to that. So I ain't got nothing against it. Everybody don't have to be a certain denomination of what religion to understand the spiritual situation for us to be together. That's what tribal is. Everybody is different. Just because they put a religion on spiritual tribal situations of belief and culture, that don't mean we have to separate because of it. And that, I think, really, it ain't got nothing to do with these streets. It ain't got nothing to do with the politics. It ain't got nothing to do. It's what we believe in. It's what she believes in. It's what he believes in. But God made it to believe in one situation. It's 60-40, shorty. It ain't 50-50.
Yeah.
I got this, you got that. You got this weight, I got that weight. I'm just saying, it's 60-40. Even in our equality, the equality is that we are human beings. The thing is that I create, you produce. That will make me your God and make you my goddess. You're still a God. That don't mean you got to slang the biggest tool. That don't mean you got to be Big Baby from Friday. That don't mean you have to be Clarissa Shields to your relationships and things like that and chase your man. Because a lot of things took place a long time ago that you don't know nothing about that gave you the toxic masculinity that you have, that give you the toxic masculinity that they say it is, acting like him. Toxic. It's toxic for me, but it's not for you. You have to have some kind of balance of understanding that we need to play each other's role as a family. You're my wife. I'm your husband. You walk on the inside. I don't need you to walk on the outside of me. You get shot. I don't need you to sleep on the inside of me and you get shot. When Fred Hampton got he was on the outside, his wife was on the inside. Because the balance of nature says you gotta protect that tree of life.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Indeed, that's some good stuff there, but
each other roles.
Yeah.
According to how it needs to be, we can fight for each other. Or people keep forgetting the Black Panther side, according to how it was created and it was in its force of nature, is a female panther.
Mm-hmm.
That's a female panther on there. The Black Panther emblem. That ain't no dude. That's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Panther up there. Who gave us the ideology to even create them? Who gave the gangsters and the black gangsters like nations and things like that to stop the prostitution gang rolling around before I was even born? My mama was born in that era type of energy because they didn't want to be prostitutes no more, and we had to stand out there in that era, and I wasn't even going in. Make sure the sisters were straight. They gave us the Black Panther energy because they was being assaulted. You see what I'm saying? Once we understand that that's the balance that we need, that they separated and put it back together, we will become that force to be reckoned with. Beyond balance.
Indeed. I'm on we gonna close early. There was a lot of meat on that plate there, baby. You put a lot of meat on the plate there, son. You filled that plate right back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man, it's just different when you know. If you know, you know.
Absolutely, bro. We appreciate everything that you do, what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Your words and all of that, man. The encouragement that you give out, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You on the podcast show with us, so you know what I'm saying. You already know what it is, and you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Till we get tired.
You know what I'm talking about. Mr. Valentine, we appreciate you coming on the show. I know, you know what I'm saying, you spoke your piece a little bit. We got a little bit more time for you to jump in and say something real quick.
I just want to give out some information, man. Y'all got my number 347-881-4030. I got a TV show that's out now. You got something that you got recorded, you want to put it on the air, we can see it. You can show it nationwide. It's on Roku TV. Superior TV is up and running.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, thank you for having.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, absolutely. It's gratitude. I'm gonna get you some of them episodes of all of us doing some prior shows, especially the bigger ones that we did on mental health awareness and autism. So I'll get you after the show, so we can run that.
All right, no problem. And make sure the pastor he get my number. He said to New York, make sure he get my number, man, because I ain't have a pen and paper to take down his. So please pass my number to him.
Most definitely. We'll get you that information. We'll get you that information, Ms. Valentine. And thank you again. We appreciate you.
Always, my brothers. Peace.
Peace and
Blessings, fam.
OG Capone, you been here though.
Hey, you know, Mr. Capone,
Yeah, I had some more stuff to, handle right then and there. A lot of people had to. I try to. I'm gonna put this out there. Me personally, I don't care about who a person. Let me make this perfectly clear. I don't care about who a person like, dislike, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? My option is to make sure everybody get heard. You know what I'm saying? I can't dwell on what a person did in the past. I don't try to let the past influence what's going on now. A person past, you can change from your past. That's why you got guys that locked up and come out here and do a better thing because they changed from they past, right? I said in that case, everybody that left prison, you know what I'm saying, we won't never look at them no different because we always go back on what they did to go in. We can't let the past stop us from understanding a person. Because a person can change. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell everybody this all the time, my hate isn't your hate. You know what I'm saying? My love isn't your love.
Yeah, that's right.
You feel me? I say, I'm gonna make this clear when it comes down to the Solution Ready podcast. We invite guys on and females on to give their honest opinion on the topics of what's going on today in this world. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not, we do, we might do a background check, but at the end of the day, like I say, if we're gonna deal with everybody, that past, whatever they did in the past, we ain't gonna worry about it. Cause everybody on here, I have a past. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Carr have a pass. Pope have a pass. Everybody got a pass, but we ain't. Look what we got going on. We got a Solution Radio podcast going on. You feel what I'm saying? We not on just one podcast. We across the whole entire world on the radio station. You feel what I'm saying? Social media, trying to get the word out. I mean, if y'all want to have a seat and come on the podcast, we don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, call in, get your ass, but do not, you know what I'm saying, think because what an individual person think of you that we have some kind of objective. A person called me and said, man, I don't know about that person. I'd be like, man, hey, let that person get a say.
Yeah.
Person might have been changed. They changed their whole outlook and things. You know what I'm saying? You would never know how a person thinks from back then to now until you get a person an opportunity to open his mouth. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So at the end of the day, we that's what's wrong with us now, man. I be in situations so much now that I have to choose. Why do I have to choose who I talk to? Why I have to choose who I involve myself with? I know what my do's and don'ts are. You know what I'm saying? I can people play way before they even come to me. But at the end of the day, like I say, this is a social media platform. People don't need platform to lie every day. What you think these entertainers do? They lie about themselves. They be singing, no, they ain't never had the villains that they said they had. No, they ain't never had the guns that they had. No, they said they ain't never had it's a lot of stuff they got about they ain't never had. You see what I'm saying? But how can we be judgmental on what they saying and we don't know? You know what I'm saying? They showed it to us now that they got it. So we need to you know what I'm saying? We need to rethink. In order for us to change our narrative, change ourselves, we got to start understanding each other. You know what I'm saying? This a whole the black race is majority, man, because you look at majority of members now having 89 kids and 89 kids at one time when the white folks they have them too. So we you know what I'm saying? We outnumber. We outnumber from generation to generation. Black we outnumber. You know what I'm saying? We got to get our kids prepared, man. Start with that, I hate you. So now I'm gonna grow my kids up to hate your kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We talked about that like in the beginnings.
That's powerful right there.
Yeah, we talked about that in the beginnings.
Right.
Yep.
So I just wanted to add to what OG Capone was saying too. My bad.
Go ahead. Let me just say this before you say. I just want everybody to know this, man. Do not hate a person, man, if you had never talked to him, if you had never seen him, and if you had never even know who they talking about. Do not make another person make you hate that individual. Because what he hating on, it might be way different than what you think. It might be a personal issue. Don't let a personal issue stop you from liking the person, or stop you from knowing the person. So a lot of people saying that they know the elders. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say they know the elders. Or they heard of the elders. They use the elders' name. They do this. They use this for a game. But at the end of the day, it's only you, bro. It's only you that I can say. I ain't gonna never use nobody's name to make my respect. I'm gonna use OG Capone. I'm gonna use me to get my respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop going with this. Just because I know Mr. Carr, I got respect now. I can go out here and say I know Mr. Carr. I know Mr. Pope. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Hey, I know this. Nah, man, they don't get you no respect. Them guys got the respect. So go ahead, Carl, get your say in.
Nah, it wasn't all nothing. It wasn't. Listen, one thing I've never been able to do is rebuttal anything that has anything to do with the spotlight of what the whole movement is on, especially according to Grove or a lower situation or the people situation, because you know in our struggle, the reason the struggle exists is for us to get out of it. And everybody had to go through their own. Even the rich people in the world had to go through a struggle to become rich. We just have to listen to the information that was passed down to understand became a situation. That's the economical process of that. What you speaking on is like the social development of life and category and people. That's why racism exists. It's a social development part of society, because in order to create a racial situation, you have to socially pass it down. You have to understand social development thing. And then when you like you speaking on as far as people being listening to this person or that person, or this is why we are separated in the first place, because hey, sometimes you do actually have to look at the history of people, and then people talking about they know these certain kind of elders and this elder and that elder, but they don't know these elder stories or what part people then played into these situations, man. Like we learn to not even deal with them kind of situations. Especially we are some of them people that actually know these elders that they speaking on.
Right.
Now, who knows what these people then told some of these individual prospects? So what? I call it balance. You know why I call it balance? Because everything needs to be set into an accordance to make an even plane so everybody can become a one direction. That's what makes the individual a part of the collective when they know. We don't hold people accountable for not knowing. We hold them accountable for knowing and teaching people to not know.
Still going against the grain.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to understand. Then these lead outs and all that, to trust no one, suspect everyone, prospects of these things. These things that has not been trusted from us. These things came into a European state of mind of trust no one, suspect everyone kind of situation. That's why they came over in the first place, because they almost wiped themselves out. And they want us to wipe ourselves out too. And that's what we're doing. We're following a ball chain of things, of conspiracies and this and that and the other. Even according to the street situation that's going on right now, people are rather listen to social media and YouTubes and things like that, instead of actually realizing that the video life will actually get you hit out here. You're being put into, this is why I say about propaganda. Propaganda and perception is the advertisement of life that make us live it. So once we understand that it's been a brainwash to the mind, we attack the minds of the brainwashed, which is us. And understand that we have to unbrainwash the brainwash. It's just a brainwash to unbrainwash them. You have to brainwash the brainwash to understand that they have been brainwashed, so they can unbreak their brainwash. Do that make sense?
It's a
what's going on.
It's a four-way split.
But you gotta look at it like this.
Yes.
Look at it like this. Let me say this. Look at it like this. You know, a lot of people try to recreate the past. You know what I'm saying? They try to recreate the past and make it out of the future. You know, like I look at some of these movies, for example, you know how they do a person's life story, right? And how they try to recreate a person's story. You feel what I'm saying? And people gratitude toward that. You know, they make, you know, lots of money off of
the past. if you can recreate the past, that's how you start the new, according to the brainwash, bro. Because everybody will be stuck in a past situation while they done already elevated into the new. You see what I'm saying? If you can keep a docile on this situation, if you can keep the dummy down, you think you watching Friday because that's a great fucking movie? That's just how they want us to be.
Right.
You think you
Right.
watching Men to Society because it was a great movie and somebody won a Grammy? Why we gotta win a Grammy for being the most violent, destructive people in the world that killed each other, stuck up stores? This man had to die for this man. You had positive people in the lifestyle, but you ain't listened to the positive people in the movie. You just wanted to be O-Dog or Kane or somebody. You need to hit this man's wife. He's in prison. Things of these nature. These are the stereotype situations that we live according to. And this is why a black man living being around another rich black man can't get taught by that black man because he been through so much in his life that he don't even want to teach you how to get that money.
Yep.
It's the stereotype. You watch these shows of black poverty, black struggle, black things of this nature because the struggle always have to be a part of black society. But when will our struggle end? Why everybody else ain't struggling? We have actually became the black face of the black faces that they made when they made the TV screen for us because they came up there saying, hey, the black face. And now
so basically you're saying we're the new modern day minstrel show, huh?
Oh, we're the new modern day destruction of the world because they pay us so much money to destroy it.
Yeah.
In the image of how they think we're supposed to act in life, and our kids, our family, our women, everything. They act just like that, bro. The makeup, the weave, all these kinds, the straight hair. That is not our image. And then when you tell one of your brothers and sisters that this is our image, hey, the cross is a replica. Oh no, the Ankh is a replica of the cross. How, when you had Egyptian temples that represented the Ankh before the cross was even existed, born, or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We have to fight with people about these kind of things, about their own situation, because that brainwash is embedded so deep, and we're not even talking about religion. We're talking about what belongs to our heart.
Yeah.
We can't even accept that no more because my brother got to fight me about it. My sister got to fight me about what was created for her in the first place, or how she was created. It doesn't matter no more.
Yeah.
It doesn't. We've been set against each other so bad that the truth doesn't matter no more. We have to make an excuse to defend the brainwash. So how can you defend a brainwash? And then everybody wonder why they killed Jesus or Caesar Borgia, because Caesar Borgia actually wasn't a bad guy. He just followed the lines of his family and things of that nature, and he couldn't put the church together at that time. So they killed him and made him the face of God. We can't even knock the sacrifice because he was dark skinned.
Yeah.
Even Caesar Borgia died and they made him the chief of gay. Hey, why not? But we have to understand what's happened with the brainwash. We fight about religion. Oh my God. We fight about
form of separation is religion.
It's all a separate, because that's the distraction of everything. If we keep making them think about where they came from, they'll never know where they at.
I had I know what I was gonna say. It's a thing that they used to call. We don't have it no more, and it used to be popular. We had black satire. A lot of people don't even know what that word means. Satire.
I think that has something to do with your boy, Mr. Malachi Z. York, and his teaching when he first started going through the things in the 80s.
Yeah, they don't have satire no more. Nothing.
It has everything to do with the royalty of your bloodline too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not even Indian, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like what they call Jesus. It's like the cuneiform language before Latin and Italian language or Swahili came out. It was cuneiform. You feel what I mean? That's why all these individuals of the Latin race and Italian and Spanish, all these people can actually understand each other according to their language because it was broken Latin first, and cuneiform was a language that these people say that the Most High Son spoke that because the word came down in a language that we can all understand. It was broken down Hebrew because the people of that time didn't really understand Hebrew because it had got lost in translation. So it was broken down Hebrew. It was cuneiform, the first Hebrew language of it. That's where Arabic came from, all that kind of stuff. So when we understand where we come from, it might actually give us the opportunity to unite with each other, brothers and sisters, but we actually have to want it.
Right.
To want our unity with each other, we actually have to understand what sacrifices got to be made mean. And it might mean letting something go and being punished for what we did.
Indeed. And on that note, we gonna go ahead and close out the show tonight. It's been a great show, y'all. Hey, appreciate all the guests coming in, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, Big Wee, you know what I'm saying? Brother man from another man, I can't even think right now. Hey, it's been a long night.
But I want to say this though. I want everybody to be listening. This I don't want y'all to take what we be saying on the podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying, this what you got to do. I don't want y'all to go out here and twist our words and say, hey, well, we heard this on the podcast, that's what we got to do, blah, blah, blah. These segments out here, these are our opinions, our thoughts, and our everyday speaking. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get this out here now because I don't want nobody saying that, hey, well, this was, this is just our thoughts, opinions, and ideas of how we express ourselves, you know what I'm saying, on this show, so I want to just make that perfectly clear of that situation, you know what I'm saying? So this is some enlightenment, it's some encouragement so you can understand. Look, learn, and listen. That's all we asking. But don't go out here and twist things up, make it seem something that's what it's not, because it ain't what it is. We all is one, we're trying to be, you know what I'm saying? So let's make that happen.
True story. Appreciate that, OG. And behalf on the Solution Radio podcast show, we gonna wish y'all a happy night, happy week. We'll see y'all next Sunday with another show. And we gonna be in the building, you know what I'm saying? And if it ain't AGELREEFE and the family, I'm gonna keep saying it until I get tired. But I ain't Kim Gates, but I don't get tired, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good night, man. Peace and blessings.
Love, man. Everybody to the world.
Love.
Yep.
This your boy T-Pole. This the new Solution Radio podcast show. And if it ain't AGELREEFE and the family, I'ma keep saying it till I get tired. Overstand, leg up.